because it's one thing for you to learn, it's one thing for you to implement, and that's exactly what we're doing in the new year. And I'll do whatever you want to do, but if God is not in it, it might be hard. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. My name is Modupe, and if this is your first time stopping by, you are most definitely welcome. We film about food, beauty, lifestyle, and today, as you can see from the title, we'll be talking about New Year, new me, New Year resolutions and all of that, and how to make sure that we're doing what we had planned to do in the beginning of the year, right? So stay tuned and keep watching. So today we'll be talking about New Year, New Me. I'll be reflecting on what happened last year, like my last year. And in reflecting, one of the things I thought about that I did so much was being intentional about God, putting systems in place to help me pray, to commune with God and all of that, have my Bible study and all of that, just, being in the presence of God. And in that, in meditating and all of that, one thing that the Holy Spirit dropped in me at the time was life is in season. So where you are 3 years ago is not where you'll be now. So give yourself time. Put your plans into God's hand, and everything will work out for good. Trust me. For personal growth, last year was a very transformative year for me. It was a year that I had to learn, relearn, and it didn't come easy, but I was happy I did it because I became better for it. One of the things that I did last year, I think I started my YouTube channel in December, but I would just put it to last year, right? Because I dropped my video in December and I really kicked off in the middle of the year, So one of the things, or one of the milestones for me, was opening my YouTube channel. Because of how I am, I'm such a perfectionist. I want things to go this way, that way, and all of that. Like, it must be perfect, but you really can't have everything perfect, right? I opened my YouTube channel after a long time of procrastinating and making sure that everything looks good. But right now, I'm happy that I eventually even opened it, and I was trying to build consistency around my channel, so it was one of the things that I was really happy that I did. It wasn't with its own challenges, but for me, I feel challenges as a time to grow, time to research. Well, how do you do this? How is this done? And all of that. Aside from that, I also went into trying to, rebrand my hair business. And if you don't know, I already have a hair business, and for those people that follow me on Instagram and have known me for a while, they will know that I have the hair business. I started it way back, and because of what I see going on now, I thought to say, okay, let me rebrand, let me see what's going on out there and how I can bring it home. And I've been doing that, and trust me, it hasn't been easy, but God has been on my side. He has really helped me, and very soon we'll be launching. If not, we already launched before dropping this video. I already put up something on the page and all that, so we're getting there, and I'm happy that I was able to unlearn, relearn, and implement it, because it's one thing for you to learn, it's one thing for you to implement, and that's exactly what we're doing in the new year. Whatever we learn, whatever we put our mind to, we must do it. It's not by our power or by God, right? Now for 2025, new year, new me, we want to smash our goals and everything, but we cannot smash our goals and be new in ourselves without putting things in place to help us smash our goals. So I'll be talking about how we could bring up our goals, or how we could come about our goals and smash our goals, if that's the word. So first thing, you have to identify your goal. Like, what's your priority? What do you want to work on in the new year? For example, you want to start up a business. The first thing you should do is identify that thing you want to work on. I think that should be your goal. Your goal, what am I trying to achieve this year? What are the things? And making sure that this goal is specific, measurable, attainable, and time bound. I mean, this goal that I have is it measurable? Can I measure it? Is it specific? Is it time bound? All those things, they are very important to achieving our goals. An example of a smart goal can be, I want to make so amount of money in the year 2025. That's a smart goal because it's time bound, it's measurable. You said this is what I want to do, this is how much I want to make, and you go right there to start breaking it down. So I'm now at the point of, this is my goal. How do I break it down into smaller bits so that I don't get overwhelmed? What do I need to do to even make this money or to even start up this business? For example, you can say, oh, I want to start up any business, any side hustle. Do I need to go back to school? Do I need to go back for a lecture? Do I need to do some research around it? Things like that. That's a way of breaking down your goals and working on it. Next thing is tracking your goals. How can you track your goals? Well, for me, I think tracking of goals, you can use your organizer, Google Calendar. Just put the goals there and refer to it and know where you have been, where you were, and where you have gotten to. This will help you look back and say, oh, okay, I've been able to achieve this in regards to this goal. I've done this. I've ticked it off my to-do list. This is done, so this is the next thing to do. This all just makes the process not so overwhelming, and it helps you to review your goals, like what you set to do monthly, weekly, depending on how you want to do it. It just helps you go back and just review things generally. The next thing that we will do is to be accountable, and I know that this can be a little hard. You need to find like an accountability partner, someone that you trust and you can share things with, to say, oh, these are my goals, please, I need you to help me stay on track. I want to be accountable to you. Just look for somebody you trust and you can be in the same field. In point of reference, I just remember that there's a particular content creator that has, I don't know, their siblings or maybe in-laws, and they kind of collaborate with each other. They are very accountable to each other. Like, oh, have you created content? Someone that will just give you that push that you need. Like, you have someone that can prompt you and say, oh, how is this going? Have you done this? And all of that. Not to say you'll be lazy, because it is your goal. You have to be determined or whatever to achieve that goal. All of these things I'm saying is also applying to me, because those are the things I've internalized, I've thought about, that these are the ways to go about it. It's not just any other year. Time go by, it's already February and you haven't even done half of what you've said you want to do. So I think it's something that we just have to put into perspective. And the last but not the least for me is having to put all these goals, aspiration into God's hands. Like, it is very important. If you're a Christian, you will know the role that God plays in all of this, because if God hasn't signed something, it might not even work. You don't even need to go around. Once you commit it into God's hands, like, God can direct you and say, oh, my daughter, do it this way. And it reminds me of a particular verse in the Bible. Let me read it out from here. It's Proverbs 16:9. It says, we make our plan, but God decides where they will go. This is a very strong verse, meaning that you can run up and down, do whatever you want to do, but if God is not in it, it might be hard. So my advice would be, commit it into God's hand. Make sure that God knows about it. Let him direct you. You might think he's not speaking to you, but he speaks to you in different ways, So that's about it, guys. Thank you for staying till this time with me. If you really enjoyed this talk of ours and all of that, please let me know, and let me know topics that you want me to do, like sit down videos on. I really want to do a lot of sit down videos this year, and for us to talk. Let me know in the comment section what you want me to film about, like do a sit down video, whatever. Yes, so thank you guys for staying till this time. Bye. Please make sure you subscribe, like and share, and also comment down below. Bye for now.